On this new edition of Plugged In,
we finally have our review for Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
we also going to take a look into some new game demos so you can try them before you buy them.
What makes a good fighting game controller? Find out as we take a look on 3 different fighting game controllers for the PS3.
All that and more on this new edition of Plugged In that starts
Right now.
Welcome once again, everybody, to the show. This is Plugged In episode 7. I'm your host, Vidium. As always, my partner in crime,
Okay.
Now, the first thing that we really want to say is there's a big thank you to 2 great YouTubers, which is Back Forward Punch and Ataric777, for giving us a big help on episode 6. So thank you very much. There have been a lot of great things happening to the channel this past month.
Yeah, we have this new show called Fighter's Edge. We're going to be talking everything about fighting games. We're going to do reviews, we're going to do discussions, anything you can think of, all about fighting games.
As you know, we are big fighting game fans. And talking about fighting games, what actually makes a good fighting controller? Let's take a look. To 3 controllers for the PlayStation 3 that might be good for fighting games. The first one is this controller. This is a DG controller. It's a third-party controller. We actually got this on Best Buy. I don't remember how much it was, about $30 something. And this controller actually resembles the PlayStation 3 controller, except for the D-pad. It doesn't have that cut-off D-pad that the PlayStation 3 controller has. Well, as we all know, the PlayStation 3 is not the best controller for fighting games. This controller actually has almost the same shape as the PlayStation 3 controller, and it works perfectly because of the D-pad. The only problem that this controller has is the on and off switch for the controller, which is placed on the back of the controller. This actually makes the controller really bad for playing. Why? Because the switch gets in the way of your hand when you place your hands on the back of the controller. The switch actually has 3 big teeth that actually stick out, and every time that you pass your finger through it, your finger gets scratched with that switch, and it actually kind of hurts. If it wasn't for that, this controller would be a great controller for fighting. Another amazing controller for the PlayStation 3 is actually the Mad Catz fighting pad. This controller is completely amazing. This is from the Street Fighter 4 Special Edition controllers. This controller is completely amazing. It actually has the 6-button layout. It has a floating D-pad, which is quite comfortable for making very hard moves on the game. Works perfectly on Super Street Fighter 4. Works wonderfully on Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now, the only problem that this controller has is actually the receiver. If you can actually go to the forums, you will find out that this controller has a big problem with the receiver, that after 3 months or so, the receiver will go dead. Guess what? It just happened to us. We only had this controller for 3 months, actually, and the receiver just went out. We're trying to contact Mad Catz to see how we can actually replace the receiver, because the controller is working just fine, but the receiver doesn't receive anything at all. If it wasn't for that, actually, this would be a 5 out of 5 controller, because it is an amazing controller. Another thing is that the on and off switch is underneath the controller, not on the back like the other one. Last but not least, the arcade stick. This arcade stick is a third-party controller. As you know, many pro fighters actually prefer to use an arcade stick instead of a fighting pad. This one I actually bought it like 2 months ago, and I got it on a webpage called FYYGames.com. It's in Hong Kong, but it actually plays wonderfully. This is a cheaper solution well, if you want to have an arcade stick, you don't want to play with a fighter pad. Why? Because this actually has all the components of any normal fighting stick. It has salvo parts in it, but actually costs less. You can actually buy any of those normal controllers that from Mad Catz or Hori that actually cost between $80 to $150. I actually got mine for $29.99 on FYY Games. It actually is a cheaper solution. You don't want to actually pay that much. There are solutions out there that cost less. And I can tell you that this controller works wonderfully.
Soon you can play Donkey Kong on your ColecoVision, Atari VCS, or Intellivision home video system. Won't that be fun?
Don't worry, darling! I'll save you!
Atari introduces the Woman of the Year, Ms. Pac-Man. With a style of entertainment that Pac-Man never knew, an endless supply of floating goodies, oranges, pretzels, 4 different screens, each with different exits and entrances, and the green screen so difficult to reach, you may never see it again.
Don't you know I'm more than Pac-Man with a bow?
Reach for Ms. Pac-Man.
Reach for Atari.
Killer game from Nintendo. Dr. Mario. Wow. But it ain't what you think. You get to zap these viruses, and with 2 players, you can actually trash the other guy. Remember, kids, try this at home. Hey, you can get it for Game Boy, too.
Happy Meal comes with a jumping Mario. Or Luigi on a cloud. Watch out for a Koopa Paratroopa. Or a little Goomba. There are 4 different toys, one with each Happy Meal you buy your kids. But hurry, these toys will go fast. McDonald's Happy Meal, just $1.99.
Here in the news, we want to say congratulations to BR Barba. He actually won first place on the final round tournament against Tokido, one of the strongest Japanese gamers out there. He actually won this tournament on March 11th, and actually there was 319 people participating on this tournament. Why we congratulate him? Well, he is from Puerto Rico. He is from the island.
Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition will finally be available both as DLC and supposedly on disc format this summer.
As you know, the PlayStation Move hasn't sold very well as the Xbox 360 Kinect. So Sony is going to be adding Move support to more games. So one of them is the upcoming game Resistance 3, which is going to have not only Move support, but also 3D support.
Do you remember this game, Arcana Heart? It's a fighting game that every character is female. Well, we're gonna get Arcana Heart 3 for the PSN and Xbox Live pretty soon as a download game.
month on collectibles, we have just a small collectible portion of this time. And as you know, if you actually saw all episodes of Plugged In, you might find out that I love pins. I adore pins. And I actually have 3 pins on my hands here. They are very collectible to me. I actually bought this on eBay. I actually tried to find them again on eBay. I only was able to find one of them, but that was like 2 or 3 months ago. And I have 2 Mega Man and 1 Link from Legend of Zelda pins. The first one I'm gonna show you is this Mega Man. This is from Mega Man 6, Mega Man Power Punch. It looks awesome. And I have the original Mega Man, this original form. Completely awesome, looks great. At the same time, I have here Link. This is from Wind Waker. This pin was a promotional pin that was given away when you reserve Wind Waker. Don't remember exactly in what part of the world it was, because I remember that when I bought it, it actually said that this was a promotional item. I believe it was in Europe. I don't quite recall that part.
Let's go!
Be afraid. Be very afraid. One life-sucking Metroid survived the first Metroid adventure, and it's multiplying rapidly. You must help Samus save the universe again in Metroid 2. So we're giving you more power and mightier weapons to search a bigger world where hundreds of strange enemy life forms lurk. Destroy or be destroyed.
Metroid 2, The Return of Samus, only on Game Boy.
The future is in your hands.
Adventure is on the horizon. Stanley's going buggy. Mario Brothers have their hands full, and Donkey Kong's going ape. It's rough seas for Popeye, and Snoopy's got to get on the ball. But you can help. You got Nintendo Game & Watch. That's pocket power. Widescreen or multi-screen games you can play indoors or out. They tell you the score and even the time. They're pocket power. They're Game & Watch. 14 in all, only from Nintendo.
Well, guys, this month we have a lot of pickups. Woohoo! Not as many as we really want, but a few of them. You wanna go first? You wanna show one first?
I've been looking for this game for like 1, 2, 3 years. I lost count, but I've been looking for it like a long time. And it's Xenosaga 3. I got part 1 like wow, very long ago. Then I found part 2 like for like $6 at a very far away GameStop. And then I got this one. When I saw it there, I was like, oh no. This is a godsend. I have to buy this right now. It was $20, but it was well worth it.
There was a day that we actually went to like 4 different GameStop trying to find that game.
Not a single one had it.
In my case, I have a few Nintendo and Sega Genesis games. I really want to show this one first. This is the Flintstones for the Sega Genesis. Now, I used to have this game in box and everything, but I actually exchanged it for another game, which I actually regret doing it. I tried to find this game again with the box, but I wasn't able to do it. But I actually got the game, pretty cool platformer, the Flintstones for the Sega Genesis. Look it up.
Okay, this one you guys already know, but we got Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
We both got it.
Yeah, the special edition with the platinum thingy pack, whatever, and the comic book, and the decal, whatever. It was $70, but it was well worth it. I really loved it.
Another game that I actually found, this is another Genesis game, and this is a Genesis classic, and it's Dynamite Duke. Woo! I actually, when I saw it, I said, "Damn, I haven't seen this game like for ages." Yes, I have to buy it. I have to get it. It only cost me $5. This was on New Japan, the rental store that I used to go. I don't have the box. That's a bummer, but I just could not pass it on.
Another game I got this time for a DS. I got Okami. I pre-ordered this at GameStop, and actually I got it earlier. Like it was supposed to be March 15, if I recall correctly, and they actually started selling this. They started selling it before the deadline, and I was like, cool, I got it.
Like a few days before or something?
Yeah, a few days before they just called me, hey, you can come pick it up, and I was like, awesome.
That is like the first time that they actually do something to do it.
Yeah, and it came with this. It's Okami stylus in the form of the celestial brush.
Actually, it looks cool, but actually feels like a little bit cheap. Made of cheap material.
I know,
but it does look.
I like this more than the skinny stylus for the original. Yes. So.
Now I actually don't have many Famicom games. I only had one that I ordered on eBay, and it was Ultraman game. I actually tried to find information about that game. I found a sequel to that one, and it was an adventure game. So I said, okay, it has to be an adventure. But sadly, when that game got here, it was an RPG, so I do not understand absolutely nothing that goes on in the game. But this time I finally got a second Famicom game, and it is Ikari Warriors. Woo! I know this game is available in English, but I said, what the hell? I'm gonna pick it up. It doesn't matter if it's in English or not, because there's no reading in this game. So I actually got it really cheap on eBay, and I really loved it. That actually I was able to get another Famicom game that I can actually play.
Okay, one more pickup for the DS again. I got Kingdom Hearts Recoded for the DS. And I got this from the bargain sale at GameStop for like $25 or 20 or something. I don't remember how much, but it was around this time. I haven't played it yet, but I saw like Kingdom Hearts. I forgot that this game had come out, and I was like, no, I gotta buy it.
You're a big fan of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh hell yeah!
This is a Nintendo game that I didn't pick it up before because I didn't like it. I never played it. I actually saw it on the Nintendo Power magazines back in the day, and because of the pictures I was look, I didn't like it. Then I saw a video on YouTube by one of you, and actually when I saw it in motion, I said, it's a pretty cool game. And it's Adventures of Bayou Billy. This is a Konami game, and I actually liked it when I saw the video. I didn't know it actually played like that. So if you actually don't know anything about a game, look it up first because you may be missing out. And I really like it when I saw the video. Yeah. Another game that I actually got was Power Stone for the PSP. Now I have 3 PSP games because I didn't have original PSP 3 games. I have my PSP modded, and I was able to get the shit. Damn it! Delete that. You didn't hear anything. And another game that I got was Shinobi, and this is a Tengen version of Shinobi for the NES. I was able to get it in box. The box is not complete because it doesn't have top sleeve. It doesn't have this part where you show the UPC code, but it actually comes with a big Tengen sleeve, so I don't care. It looks awesome. I really wanted to get this version of Shinobi since I don't have a Sega Master System. Another thing that we got was these little keychains. We got it on eBay. This is Tatsunoko vs. Capcom promotional keychains that actually has Ryu and it has Ken the Eagle in a chibi, really deformed way. It looks awesome. And the last game that we actually got it was on the sale that GameStop had. It was $20. We really will have to buy it, and it is Batman Arkham Asylum. And this game actually is amazing. We already know that this game is amazing. I actually played it before, but this version is quite different from the original one. This is the Game of the Year edition, and it comes in 3D. It actually comes with 3D glasses that supposedly, like in the box set, works in any TV. What are you doing?
Putting them on. I gotta look cool.
3D.
Oh.
No, the thing is that the 3D on this game actually does work. Okay, and I have a really old TV. The TV that most of the time I actually take footage for my games is an old Sharp 1990 something till 1991, I believe, TV. And I have to tell you that when I actually put the glasses on, the manual actually says that dim the lights a little bit, be like 4 to 5 feet away from the TV to be able to appreciate the 3D. And I have to tell you, it does work. It actually gives you that depth perception. It's not that 3D that everything comes out of the screen, because as you know, that 3D no longer exists. The 3D now is that it actually gives you a depth perception of the image. And the thing is that it actually does work. It actually gives you that depth perception. The glasses are not that all blue and red glasses. Actually, it's like a reddish and burgundy or something like that. It's not that all blue and red colors, and it actually does work awesomely. Especially when you are on a top level in the game, and you can actually put Batman just right in the edge. And you make Batman look down, and there are enemies down there moving, you're actually going to feel the depth of the image that you're looking at. It does look awesome. And I have to tell you guys, if you haven't played this game in 3D, try to pick it up. It does look awesome in 3D, and it actually, like the box says, it does work on any TV. I'm gonna give this game, not the game because we already know that this game is awesome. I'm gonna give the 3D aspect of the game a 5 out of 5.
Oh my
It
goodness.
does work. Believe me, it does work.
Don't get me wrong, this game is amazing. We really love it. We really can't get enough of it. I can't get my hands off of my fighting controller because it's really amazing. But, and that's a really big but, we just can't give this game a really good score for many reasons. Let's start off with the good things. Let's not go with the bitter bittersweet comments yet. First of all, graphics amazing, animations really cool. Fighting engine, you know, it's not a serious fighting engine that you might expect from a versus game, especially from Capcom. But you can work out with it. It's pretty amazing. It's like old versus fun with some new elements added to it, and you know it's really fun. And the graphics, the music is something very amazingly well done in this game. Like most of the characters are like remixes from old themes from the Versus series or from other games they have been in. And well, the new characters, they get like a new theme that actually fits them very well. And the soundtrack is really awesome. I really love it. And every song is just so amazing. It's really bad that you can barely hear it while you're fighting. But aside from that, it's really cool. But here's where this game falls apart, like piece by piece. There's not enough content in this game. Like all you get for like $60 out of your wallet is arcade mode, training mode, mission mode, and online. That's it. No survival, no mini games, no nothing. Just like very simple. And also, a lot of people have complained about this, that they go from let's say Marvel vs. Capcom 2 had like 56 characters, and they go from 56 to 36, which is not that bad, considering that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 wasn't the most balanced game out there. But you know, you would have expected more out of. I think that annoys us a lot is the amount of content, the useless content that Capcom has been releasing lately for this game. Like for example, shadow battles that are that are just computerized battles, AI battles that they were supposedly said by Capcom, they were supposed to characterize other players like pro players or the very developers themselves. But lately they've just been like custom teams that, you know, like Avengers or Street Fighters, and you go like, this isn't what Capcom promised. Also, the event mode is really frustrating and annoying. Why can't I choose all the events at once and like do it all at the same time? Oh, and I almost forgot. You have to pay for shadow battles. Yeah, you have to pay for something you can actually simulate in training mode. Yeah, that's very Going back on gameplay, there are a few things that kind of annoyed us a little bit. For example, in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, you have this ability called Mega Crash where you can get out of a combo. In here, you don't have that. And there are a lot of combos that go on forever. They go for so long. Some of them also take all of your health out, and you can't do any. If you get caught on it, you have to pray that your opponent misses it, so you can actually get out of it, and you can get the lack of modes and the useless DLC that we're getting. As much as this goes, I really like this game, but I can't really give it a perfect or a good score for that matter, because it's missing so much. It's like there was something else that could have been in there that just isn't. You know, you get this awesome game and you go like, they could have done a lot more with this. And well, that's why I sadly have to give this game a 3 out of 5.
Well guys, this is all for this month. Remember to look for us on Facebook as V Game Master. We have a Facebook page. Look for us. We're actually going to have all the reviews that we do. We are going to post it there as a video reviews.
Remember, we also have Twitter. Follow us at twitter.com/VidiumX.
So guys, until next month, see ya. Bye.